Hello, Rob here from the Flanagan Homestead. I'm back working on projects on my property. I'm way behind on everything. We had a week-long family reunion, then a cousin's wedding, and then my son got married a couple days ago last weekend. And so for the last few weeks, it's been doing family stuff, which I'm thankful to God for the wonderful family I have. And the time that we spent was amazing together. But now they're off on their honeymoon, my wife's back at work, and I'm trying to catch up on the homestead, in which I am way behind on. Plus, I got to get out to the Christmas tree farm to get some shearing done tomorrow. But today's project, I've got my excavator down here. Many of you know I have a firewood stand, and the stand you can probably see off in the distance down there. I'm processing wood into bundles right here, but what's going on here is when I bought this property, there was nobody living up the road this direction, and I could park my truck anywhere in the road and do projects and whatnot. But now someone's bought the property. I've got a good neighbor, and he needs to be able to go up and back, and every now and then I'm trying to process wood, and I'm parked in the road and I have to move it, and so I need to get this, so I need to clean this up so he's not driving past an eyesore, for one, and I need to make it so I can get off the road. So like this area here, eventually I'm going to raise this roof and make it into an actual shed, but that's a metal roof, and this is gravelled pretty well. But then I've got a mess here. This is wood that I'm processing right here for this year. This is the start of it, and this is an area I typically just drop rounds of firewood and then split it up, put it on the pallets. These are things that I got to move. There's a bunch of rocks here in the ground that I wanted to save for landscaping and whatnot, and different retaining walls. So I've got rocks in the way, and then I've got piles of wood everywhere. So the goal today is to these rocks have been a real problem because I have a big flat space to dump stuff off, and I can't drive across there. I don't want to bump something on my truck. So the goal is to smooth out more of this, get these pallets out of the way, get these rocks out of the way, smooth this off so I can drive off the edge of the road anywhere and not break stuff off, and I can park out of the way. Plus I've got a couple loads of logs that I'll be bringing in my dump trailer up to 20 feet long, and I need a place that I can dump them and process them. So this has got to go out of the way. And one of the big things I want to accomplish today is down here, back before the neighbors moved up, and actually even after they bought it and were building it, I had this stump here and some logs, and then this stump here, you can see there's a chain on it right there, and we'd run the chain and ropes across here so that people weren't running up while the home was in construction. But now they're there keeping an eye on things, and this is hindering my ability to pull out of here. I got to get around these, and then I'm afraid I'm going to run into these rocks. So I'm going to pull these big boulders and this stump out. I'm going to clean up these pallets, get these logs out of here. I'm going to bring some, I have a little bit of extra rock laying on the side of the road there. I'm going to scoop that up in my trailer, probably put it in here, and just make this whole area, which is kind of a mess right now, a little more accessible. I'm actually really happy that when I bought this property, there's a couple hundred feet to go up the road this way that's mine. But most of my property and my campground and my RV pads are up that road going up that direction, because this does give me a place to process things, stack up, not in the way. But I didn't realize how much wood I was going to be needing to do here, and so things are getting in the way. Had I know, and I keep stacking something, then I have to stack it again out of the way, and I hate to move things too many times. So hopefully we'll get things placed where they'll sit till where I can access them and then use them when I want them. And possibly today, there's a couple cords of firewood there. There's several rows back there that are cut to go into my wood stove. That's separate there because standard firewood around here is 16 inches, but my wife, Hot Mama, wants it at 14 inches long, so I had to cut some at 14 inches because what Hot Mama wants she gets, and I have a blend of fir, maple, and alder. I like to have all those available just for different scenarios in the fireplace. So I might, while I have the excavator here, throw some of that in the trailer using the excavator so I don't have to do it all by hand. missing this clay. Doesn't want to release it. We've made big improvements already. We've got quite a bit of space pushed back over here. This big dip in the road, there was a big dip, kind of a ditch, not a ditch, but the water did flow through there, and we had those big boulders sitting right there. So I filled this in. A guy could back his truck and trailer off that pretty easily and have room to work. And I'm going to go get lunch here in a little bit, and since I'm taking the truck and trailer back up to the house, I'm going to try backing. I'm certainly not done here by any means, but I'm going to try backing my trailer up into this area where I can load the firewood with my excavator. I'll give that a try. Should have had my muck bucket on instead of my digging bucket because I scoop more. But I'll start throwing stuff in the trailer, and the nice thing is I should have my truck and trailer completely off the road so the neighbors can go by, which is a good thing because whatever they're working on, they've had several dump trucks coming through today. Okay, here we are. We've got the truck backed up through the area that we just graded. All the truck and the trailer are completely off the road, and we're backed up here ready to load up firewood. So, and I even left it at quite an angle, and I'm still completely off the road. Alright, first load of firewood loaded with the excavator. Went pretty well. Took a little while to get the hang of how to do it, get the bucket flat on the ground, and then close the thumb. Scooped up a little bit of dirt in here, but not too bad. And since I've got a 7x14 dump trailer full, and I did not pick up any of the pieces by hand, pretty happy with that. After unloading the dump trailer full of firewood during lunch, it's now time to load up all the boulders that we set aside, get them in the trailer, and move them up the hill, out of the way. So it's time to play excavator soccer. I need to get that spool up over here somewhere, out of the way. Let's see what this other is. accomplish what I want. Yeah, put a big hole in it. Dad, burn it. I had it stopped right where I wanted. Stay there. Well, there you have it. A lot of little things made for a lot of improvement in this area. The boulders are gone that were in the way. The small ditch has been leveled out. Part of my firewood pile over here is gone. And you can see by looking at the excavator that there is clearly plenty of room to pull my pickup in from the road. And my pickup and trailer, I had it on here. And I can get off the road and process firewood while my neighbors are trying to drive by. So we also cleaned up this area a little bit. This has all been smoothed out. And at the very bottom here, what used to be a gate is now gone and a lot more open so that I can pull in and pull out of this area more easily. Just things that have to get done on the homestead. Well, thanks for joining me today as we're just continuing to try to improve my property and make it more useful. Today, obviously, storage area for firewood and processing firewood. Thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching and cleaning horticulture is my job, and outdoor projects like this are my passion. Hope to see you again soon. Be blessed, everyone.